And now for the final and most exciting thing that I learned during my Zoom call with the DHgate team. I hope you stay to the end of this video because this is juicy, guys. Mbali Talks, your platform for all things business, fashion and lifestyle. In today's video, I'm so excited because I get to share with you all the juicy information that I recently learned during my Zoom call with the team from DHgate. If you're new to our channel, thank you so very much for stopping by. You just learned on one of the best channels on YouTube right now, so please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button so that you can join our community. And also guys, please remember to always leave a like on the video so that it can help with my YouTube algorithm and these kind of videos can keep popping up in the faces of everybody else who could actually use this kind of information. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So DHgate is actually one of the platforms that I recently recommended in a video that I did as a platform and or a website that you can actually use even if you're in South Africa for you to be able to source products from China and start your business. This is actually a video where I suggested many other platforms. The video is right up there in case you hadn't seen it. Other platforms that you can use to find suppliers from China, similar to a platform like Alibaba.com. The video was actually inspired by all the great work that has been going on with the Alibaba.com initial video that I did, all the DMs and all the emails that I get of people always inquiring and feeling like, oh my gosh, this video has been so informative. And I thought to myself, you know what, let's find other options because you might find that maybe you used Alibaba and it didn't work for you for whatever reason. Maybe it's the taxes, maybe it's finding an agent, etc. So then I suggested DHgate.com as one of the platforms that you can actually use, and you can imagine my excitement when, as I was sitting there after that video, I got an email from them saying, hey, we have a Zoom call that's going to be happening. We have a couple of things that we'd like to introduce in the market and we'd like you to be a part of that call, even just to sit in, because it's not like I had any contribution, guys. I was just literally sitting in, getting the information, asking a couple of questions, obviously for people like yourselves who are going to be on this video, so that I can share that information with you in a way to help you to be able to start your business. So in this video, I'm not going to be talking about what DHgate is per se as a platform because I feel like we've already discussed that in a couple of other videos. I am just here to share with you other new information which I learned, and I'm going to do that in point form. So the first thing that I learned is that DHgate actually has a sister platform called myshop.com. myshop.com is actually what looks like a smaller platform compared to DHgate in the sense that they have specific products which just look like they were more into the health and the beauty industry, which is why the title of this video is actually how you can start your cosmetics company, because I thought to myself that's the kind of platform that would probably work for someone who wants to go into the makeup business or the healthcare business, because they just had a lot of those products on the platform. So previously DHgate had created the myshop.com platform, however it had not really taken off because it kind of just looked like an exclusive online shop that people can actually use to buy expensive products. However, the team has decided to change that around and to sort of separate the suppliers that have to do with the beauty and the healthcare industry all the way onto myshop.com. If you go into their website, you're going to see exactly what I mean. And the reason for this is because they found that it seemed like a lot of people were drowning in the many suppliers that were actually on a platform like DHgate instead of actually being able to find the direct suppliers for specific things. I actually like the idea of them separating the myshop.com platform because I feel like it just allows you as a person who's interested in specifically those types of products to have a wider platform where you can focus on those products only instead of being blinded by someone who's trying to sell a waist trainer or trying to sell hair or trying to sell clothing, because like I had mentioned before in the video, a platform like DHgate.com actually has a lot of suppliers, and to be quite honest, some of those suppliers may not exactly be legit. It might actually be fly-by-night suppliers. So for them to separate their beauty products into a platform like myshop.com means they have taken the time to be able to vet those suppliers to make sure that the quality of the products is good, and therefore to be able to regulate the site separately from all the other many things that you can actually find on DHgate.com itself. So this is definitely a platform that I think I would recommend if you're someone who's into the beauty industry. Just from looking at how the platform looks, you're going to realize that this is actually a platform for those kind of things. It's a very clean website. Even the product pictures are clean. There's no funny products of someone who looks like a reviewer who has suddenly posted a picture on the platform because they bought the product. No, it's proper pictures, professionally done, everything just quite actually looks clean, you know. So it's definitely a platform that I would recommend if you're somebody who's looking at starting a beauty and or health business. However, when it comes to the health products, of course you want to test them first before you're actually able to sell them under your brand. The last thing you want is to be selling people beauty products that are not exactly up to standard and then people flake out on you. So you don't want to do that. Just make sure that, like the advice that I normally give in all the videos when it comes to these platforms, test out your products, buy samples, check them out, get your friends and your family to be able to test them or to use them as well, so that you can have a proper review. By the time your customers come to knock on your door to come for those products, you know exactly the kind of questions that they're probably going to ask, and therefore you have the answers for them right away. The next exciting thing that I learned from my Zoom call with the DHgate team is the fact that you can now actually start your business with zero capital just by using their platform to dropship. If you're somebody who's actually ever been interested in importing products from China to here, or even being able to ship them from around the world while being a business that is based in South Africa, you've probably come across the word dropshipping. What dropshipping does is it enables you to set up your business or an online shop and then plug in the pictures and the products from the other Chinese online shop like DHgate or myshop.com, and allowing it to seem like it is actually a company that ships worldwide. A couple of people have actually tried this, and when you watch a couple of videos on YouTube about dropshipping, you're going to learn that the amazing thing about it is, again, the fact that you don't have to have a high investment. All you need is to be able to have money to start an online shop on a platform maybe like Shopify, so that you're able to then plug in those products from whatever Chinese platform that you would have found to use as your product supplier. From the Zoom meeting that I had, I actually learned that with myshop.com, you can actually be able to use the group drop shipping, which obviously means it saves you even more money, because the group itself, a platform like DHgate, is obviously big enough to be able to help you curb the cost that would be related to you trying to ship a product to a customer from around the world. I'll give an example. We run an online shop where we sell clothing. However, when somebody's sitting in Canada or even in the UK, in order for us to be able to ship to them, we use a platform like DHL. And unless you have a DHL account, it just becomes quite expensive for you to try and ship the things from South Africa to another part of the world, you know. You find that even if you do have a DHL account, before you can actually send to the customer, you need to send DHL the customer details and the address so that they can give you a code, which you send to the client to say this is the amount of money they could expect to pay in terms of shipping before they can actually purchase the product. And yes, with the DHL account, the money is discounted, but still, that whole admin just becomes a whole lot of work, guys. Like, it can literally end up losing you a client, you know. But with their platform of myshop.com and them being able to use their group dropshipping, it means, firstly, again, you don't have to buy the product, you don't have to stock it, it doesn't have to be with you. And secondly, it's easy for them because they have so many channels around the world that they've been using over the years when they were just still dhgate.com to be able to ship products. So that means you can now be a business based in South Africa that ships to anywhere in the world without anyone ever knowing that you're actually based in SA. You can ship any other products. There's a video that I saw the other day on TikTok of a lady who was sharing common or popular small products. It was silly things, guys, but people were buying it like it is nothing. And these people, most of them, are based around the world, where they really don't have a problem with buying a packet for earbuds or even a scrunchie for your face. All those small products are the different products that you're going to find on a platform like myshop.com that you can actually use via dropshipping to ship to other people in other countries around the world, while all you're doing is making money for yourself. The team from myshop.com actually uses a company called Toys Logistics for them to be able to do the dropshipping from around the world. What I learned when I was going through some of the videos on YouTube about dropshipping is the fact that you can actually use a platform like Shopify, which is our online platform, for you to be able to create that online shop, but just be specific to say that you are creating a dropshipping shop and not an actual shop that is similar to my one. I'm not really sure how the process goes with you trying to set up a dropshipping shop with a platform like Shopify. So if you're interested in something like that, my advice for you is to just send them an email and find out what kind of plugins you may need to use, and or how you are going to actually be able to upload the pictures of the products onto your online shop, so that it seems like that is actually your products, or it seems like products that you've actually stocked, even though you know that is actually a link between the myshop.com platform as well as your personal shopify.com online shop. The next amazing thing that I learned about myshop.com is the fact that they take products from all other Chinese online platforms. Your 1868, your Alibaba. These are actually the platforms that I had mentioned again in the video that I did when I was giving you guys options on other places that you can find suppliers for your products from China. So what they do on myshop.com is, because of the relationships that they have as Chinese companies themselves, they sort of import those products, in quotes. They import them from the platforms like 1868, and like I had mentioned in the video, 1868, unfortunately for me, just seemed a bit less user-friendly in the sense that it was denominated in Chinese, and even though you can translate, it almost seems like you need to translate every single word for you to be able to understand. Not only that, shopping on 1868.com meant you needed to have a Chinese bank account or someone in China who has a bank account that you can link your bank account to. It just seemed like a lot of work. So myshop.com actually cuts out all those problems for you by translating those products in English so that you can understand what the product is or how it works, and it just allows you to cut out the middleman in 1868.com so that you're able to access the very same products that they have, but through a platform like myshop.com. I found that to be very exciting. In fact, I thought to myself, this makes a lot of sense because a lot of these companies are based in China, so why would they not want to work together in order to make things easier for their clients? And also, of course, with everything that has happened in the past couple of months or in the past couple of years, a lot of businesses have had to change the way that they're doing businesses. So for me, this was one of those strategies where I'm like, oh my gosh, these companies are actually now coming together to be able to work almost as one company, obviously so that they can attract more customers and make more sales and therefore make more money, like people like you and me. The next thing that I learned from my Zoom call with DHK team is the fact that they feel like us as Africans do not spend a lot of time marketing our products that we buy from them, which is why we often feel like our businesses are not working. This was very interesting to me because it's actually a point that I made in one of my advertising videos, or rather a video where I was talking about how you can actually turn into an online sales guru for you to be able to grow your business by getting more sales, by turning more followers into customers. And for them to say something like that basically kind of cemented the kind of things that I thought to myself, these are the mistakes that we do as small business people. They said what they found with a lot of their clients is that the clients don't want to take a risk of being able to buy in bulk if maybe you're somebody who wants the product to be able to be here without using the dropshipping option. What they found is that we do not want to take the risk as business people to buy in bulk and then actually market the product, because most of the time we are not even willing to spend the amount of time and money that we need to create a marketing strategy for our business. And like I said, this spoke to me a lot because I feel like it's something that I see a lot of small businesses struggling with, whereby someone wants to start a business or maybe they want to start a clothing business, but you've only posted like 3-4 pictures of the product and that's it. And the reason for that is because after you've posted those products, you feel like, oh my gosh, no one has come to buy, and then you stop. But can you imagine if Coca-Cola had ever tried to stop their business, guys? Or if Nike had only sold 1 pair of sneakers in their first year and they never tried it again because they figured, oh my gosh, this is not working. You're never going to be able to get your business from the first 12 months to 5 years to 10 years without you staying in it and being consistent. And I liked the fact that this is something that was mentioned by people that are actually the suppliers that we use all over the world, where they were saying, we do not market enough. We don't set up online shops. We don't post their products every day. I mean, I have suppliers from China that I use to be able to sell my hair. Those people will send you a price list every day. Guys, I'm not even kidding. They'll send you a price list. They'll send you a new video of the wig that they've just made in the factory. They will send you specials every other second day of maybe they have specials on bundles or they have specials on closures. They are always at work, like they are always around the clock trying to reach out to people. Even when you go to an online shop on Instagram, for example, that you can see that is a Chinese-based shop that sells these products, every day they are posting something. And when I think of them, I think to myself, these are big businesses that could ideally sit back and not advertise every day because they know that somewhere, somehow, someone is going to say www.dhgate.com or www.myshop.com or www.alibaba.com because they're already such big names. But they still, every day when you go to their platforms, there's something that they're advertising. There's something that they've put on special. There's something that they're trying out new, a new product, etc., whatever. They're offering discounts for you to be able to be encouraged to buy. They are just always busy putting up ads and putting their marketing content out there for you as a customer to be able to fall for it so that you're able to buy. That is how their businesses have been in existence for years. And that is why those people that own those businesses are counted up there on the list. For example, Jack Ma. They are counted up there on the list of people who are the world's richest men or the world's richest businesses because of consistently waking up every day to showcase their products. So my advice for you, if you're a small business or you're a small business trying to start out, don't stop advertising just because people are not buying as yet. Try to get your product out there as much as possible. Use influencers if you have to. Write articles about your products. Do how-to videos using your products so that people can understand how they're supposed to use your products. Just don't stop. So that's another thing that I learned from my Zoom meeting with them. And now for the final and most exciting thing that I learned during my Zoom call with the DHgate team. I hope you stay to the end of this video because this is juicy, guys. So I actually learned that you can be in direct communication with the myshop.com team and or the DHgate team by being able to talk to a very kind lady called Sunny. She was actually in part of the sit-in of the Zoom meeting that we had, and I actually got to speak to her because obviously you can say hi and ask a couple of questions. In fact, one of the questions that I asked was if they actually ship to South Africa, and even though that may seem like an obvious question, the reason I asked it is because when I did the video on how the platforms that you can actually use to source products from China, one of my TikTok followers said the last time they checked, DHgate had never delivered to South Africa, which was news to me because I thought to myself, I had actually used the platform a couple of years ago to buy a few dresses, and I actually got those dresses. So I just wanted to confirm with them to say, do they deliver in South Africa? And they said yes, they definitely do deliver in South Africa. They even shared an email with me that you can actually use directly to them if you want to send an inquiry, especially about the myshop.com platform, if you're somebody who wants to start a beauty and nutrition and or a healthcare type of product business. With all that said, that brings us to my video on my Zoom meeting that I had with the DHgate team. I hope if you're somebody who wants to actually start a cosmetics business, I would definitely recommend the myshop.com platform as a platform that you can try out if you want a better variety and a better quality product than a platform like Alibaba. Also, what I noticed about the platform is the fact that even though their prices seemed a bit higher, the quality also looks a bit better than what you're more likely to find on DHgate or on Alibaba or even on 1688.com. So it's definitely a platform that I would advise for you to, again, try out and sample and do a bit of research for yourself before you're actually able to take all your money and invest in a business like that. Also, they do offer the services where they're able to actually print your own brand logo onto the product that you're buying so that they ideally come across as your own products. There's a day where I was listening to radio and someone was saying that, so if you buy products from China and you put your logo on them, does that mean that it's your brand? It's actually a Chinese brand that has your logo. Hey, don't let people fool you. If that is the best way for you to be able to start your business, by buying stuff from China and putting your logo on them and getting them to South Africa, then do that. We are not all going to start a factory and start manufacturing makeup brushes or start manufacturing glosses. It's not all of us who are going to be able to do that. Some of us don't even have half the money to be able to do that. And I just feel like platforms like myshop.com or dhgate.com actually make things simpler for you because you can just stock from them, have your logo once you've discussed it with the supplier of how you'd like it to look on the product, and have the product be shipped here. You can even open a shop for yourself one day specifically under your brand name with items and products that are still labeled in your own name. So definitely go for that, guys. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me. I do hope that if you have not joined our community, you're going to hit the subscribe button before you leave. And also, guys, please remember to hit the like button so that my YouTube algorithm can keep improving and we keep growing this channel. Other than that, thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.